Hello gorgeous, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Today is story time. I'm going to put together my vacation face while chatting about my recent vacation. I just got back yesterday. Well, it's a long story. Came back, went back, came back again. Great vacation, had a little bit of a rough ending, but I thought you might like the story. It has a pretty good ending. I also am going to go over the makeup that I chose, the bag that I chose to take with me on vacation. I'll share some pictures. If you want to go for the ride with me, then just keep watching. I'll start with the makeup bag that I brought. This is one from Temu. I will post a picture, but what I like about it is that there is a mirror. You can adjust right here so that it lays in a way that you would like to put your makeup on. There's an insert for brushes, and then inside is all the makeup. There are inserts and slots so that you can compartmentalize wherever you would like. It worked out really well. I'm going to start with the little Lumify. I use it every day. My sister had never used it before, so I let her try it and she was amazed. Little e.l.f. Precise Brow is where I will start. I have Cool Brown. Inexpensive, works well. So every year for the last, I don't know, at least 4 years, we've gone to New Jersey. My sister lives there. It's a beautiful little beach town, Point Pleasant. I really like it. It's got a small boardwalk with games and beautiful homes. We stay at a nice hotel that has like it's not exactly a suite. They call it an apartment, but it has 2 bedrooms. The living room has, I think it's called an ANOVA bed. It's like a Murphy bed. But it's just really nice because my mom has her own room, and then Sal and I sleep in the other bedroom with the 2 queen beds with Luke. And then Daniel sleeps out in the living room in the Murphy bed. It's got a full kitchen, a bathroom in every room. It's just really nice. It opens up right into the pool area. Every day I did put on eyeshadow, so I used my Sephora Boost and Lock eyeshadow primer. It's just easy. Carpe Sweat Absorbing Matte Primer. It does have SPF 30 in it. This is not a super mattifying primer, but I did use it because it smooths a little bit and it provides me with some sunblock. Of course, I used spray sunblock as well. I brought my Natasha Denona Hyper Natural Face Palette. I knew I was going to do that. It's just so easy with the bronzer and the blush and the eyeshadow colors. I like the everyday shade right on my lids. Luke enjoyed walking up and down the boardwalk at least once a day, and Mommy got a mile of walking in to make up for all the boardwalk fries and ice cream. This Dreamy is my very favorite shade in the entire palette. It's just got such a nice glow to it. This is an e.l.f. Precise Blending Brush. And just go into probably that center bronzer shade. Just go a little bit into the crease. I mean, sloppy. Just trying to look a little bit presentable. And then that same shade underneath. So if you weren't aware, New Jersey is where I lived for about 5 years of my life. I went to middle school and high school there. And I still have a sister and a brother that live there. Just throwing a little bit of that Vaseline under my eyes. Still enjoying that. Just a very, very small amount. Seems to really help the concealer. Little L'Oreal Infallible Grip Liner. So of course when we do go there, it's nice because I get to see my sister. Sometimes I get to see my brother. My sister Cheryl was there. her kids, her grandson. That's another nice thing about that nice big room. It's easy to entertain in, and it's right on the beach. So we played in the pool, we played on the beach. Luke absolutely loved it. I was so happy. Last year he wanted nothing to do with the pool, only the beach. And I am not an all-day beach kind of girl. I like to start at the pool, center of the day at the beach, end of the day at the pool. Luke was not having that last year. First product that I'm mentioning that I brought but did not use, I love this. This is the Hard Candy white pencil that I like to put in my inner corner. I just skipped it. I did not have the time. Then my other sister, Dawn, that lives here in Delaware with me, was able to come for 2 nights, which I love. Elf Peach Corrector, Natasha Concealer, and 6. We had a lot of people and a lot of fun, and it was fantastic until it wasn't. This is the camo sponge that I do use sometimes to blend in my concealer, and I brought this and used it. On the last night that we were there, my mother was complaining that she wasn't feeling very well, that she was feeling very tired, and that's not super uncommon for her. I mean, she does have COPD, she is 76, she went to bed early. I love this LA Girl Instant Finish Multi-Use Tinted Primer. This is going to be in my favorites of the year. I really like it. So the morning that we left, mine is in medium beige. She came into the room where Sal and Luke and I were sleeping and woke us up saying that she was having a hard time breathing, that she was having chest pain, and that she was cold, which of course meant she had a fever. So the poor thing had just gotten off oxygen from her last bout with pneumonia. I took her in her room, I tried to calm her down, because you know when you get anxious, your breathing is not the best either. I couldn't calm her down. We do travel with a pulse ox, so I took her oxygen. It also gives you a heart rate, and her pulse ox was at 70, which if you don't know, it should be closer to 100. And her heart rate was like 170, so obviously I dialed 911. This is my Skin Food Peach Powder. You can get this on Stavana. I love it. Comes with a little puff, and it smells like peaches, and it's super lightweight. This is my favorite travel powder for under the eyes, and it's super smoothing. I did also bring my NARS Pot Concealer. I was going to bring my NYX Fix Stick, but I was afraid with the heat that it would get melty, because I have been using that even more than this, but this is a good old standby, and I used this to cover any imperfections. Back to the story. The paramedics came. They could not have been nicer. They actually came to the wrong door. There were 2 doors to the room. They came to the door of the room where Luke was sleeping, and I very nicely asked them to go to the other door so that they wouldn't wake my son up. They did. I mean, he did end up waking up anyway, but not until they left. They stabilized her, got her on some oxygen, took her to the hospital. It was only maybe 10 minutes away, and within the hour I was there, we had to pack up the room. I had to help Sal as much as I could, because Luke has to be watched all the time, and Danny was there. My sister had already left, so I knew Sal was going to have his hands full. My sister that lives in Delaware had already gone home. This is the Kimchi Chic Puff that goes to the powder. I didn't bring the powder, but I did use that with this Skin Food powder for all over my face. I love this puff. It is the softest, squishiest puff, just to set the rest of the face. So by the time I got to the hospital, they had already done an EKG, they had done a chest x-ray. I mean, they were fast, and they had confirmed that she had pneumonia. They did all kinds of tests on her heart just to make sure that that chest pain was just pain from the infection. And they found a little bit not quite perfect with her heart, but they basically attributed that to her age. So it was a little bit rough. I had to stay in New Jersey while my husband and 2 sons came home. I stayed to make sure that my mama was okay. The next day I had to come home because I didn't have medication, just using the bronzer from this palette. That's a learning lesson. Bring enough medication for a day or 2 extra, but I needed my daily meds. Just using the blush. So Sal came and got me the next day, and then the next day I came back again. I will say I was happy with the Tesla, my Model Y that I've only had for a couple of months. I couldn't believe it. This is the first time I've ever traveled with her, and she made it 2 hours to New Jersey and 2 hours back without being charged. That's pretty cool. I'll set my brows next. I did bring this Huda colored brow gel. Never touched it. I also brought the Maybelline Super Lock brow glue. I did use this, and it performed fabulously. Great hold. Brows looked pretty darn good at the end of the day. A little bit of brow gel in the hair. It's fine. For mascara, I brought my Glam Light waterproof. Never touched it. I brought my Sephora Love the Lift waterproof. Used it. It didn't work out. End of the day, first day, came in and there was black all across my eyelids. That's unfortunate because I love this mascara. I have the regular one. I will continue using this one because I do like it. I just don't want to test it with extreme heat or rain. The big winner was this one here. This is the e.l.f. Lash Extender. The day after that Love the Lift let me down, I used this and hoped for the best because I have never tested this against heat, humidity. I don't think we got rained on. I was in the pool. Granted, I don't go under the water, but for sure I get splashed. Luke is a very splashy pool kid, and my lashes looked great. This mascara did not move, so this wins the prize. One day I didn't even wear anything on my eyes. I think the day that my mom went into the hospital, I just super duper quick threw some concealer, mascara, brows on, and this mascara looked fabulous. So my mama is home now, which I'm so happy about. She is unfortunately back on the oxygen, but I'm hoping that that is temporary. Just needs to heal. It's nice just to see our whole family rally together. When I did have to come home and she was still in the hospital, we don't like her to be alone, so my sisters, my nieces, we all worked it out. My mama was never alone, at least during visiting hours. Sorry if you guys can hear my fan. It's just very warm. Welcome summer. Just throwing on a little bit of my Hard Candy Instapout in Once Bitten. This is a budge-proof lip liner formula. I have 3 shades now. I adore it. And I still am a liquid lip girl. I love to wear a light look on the eyes and a bright, bold lip on the beach, and you want that red to stay. If you pop a boardwalk fry in your mouth or you have a peanut butter and jelly in the sand, you want it to stay, and this one does. This is the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit in Missy and Fierce. By the way, if I needed a close-up mirror, I used this one from Temu. It does light up. You have the 10 times and the regular. Some of my makeup I need to get up close to do. Other lipsticks that I brought, here is another liquid catsuit. This one is Rebel Rose. It's just a nice mauve-y pink. And the third one that I brought is this one that I love from Revlon. This is their Color Stay Limitless Matte in Upper Hand. Just keep waiting for Revlon to have a sale because I want more colors in this formula. My sister went crazy for it. Cheryl wanted it. It's just a nice nude, matches everything shade. And as far as lip liners, I mentioned the Once Bitten from Hard Candy. Here are the other 2 shades. The more mauve one is called First Move. That's what I would wear with the Rebel Rose. And the other one is Kiss and Tell, and that's the one that I would wear with the Revlon. Let's see what else is in this bag. I have my new Kayali Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar perfume, this baby. So good. Sweet. Yummy. I have my Carpe Sweat Absorbing Face Lotion. I did put this on one day underneath my primer. The other powder that I brought was this Essence Keep Me Covered. This is really good if you need a little extra coverage. I would just pat this, especially in those areas where I have pimples. It evens out the skin and it's very blurring. This is a great powder from Essence. I have mine in the shade Light Medium. And that is everything. I hope that this was enjoyable. I always feel like the makeup that someone chooses to travel with is makeup that they really are enjoying. That usually is a sign. And then I always want to let you know if I did take a chance and take something that I wasn't sure about, whether or not it passed the test, or if I overshot and brought things and never used them. So with that said, be sure you are subscribed. If you are not subscribed already, I would love to have you join me. I upload videos on Mondays and Saturdays. Give the video a thumbs up, and of course, leave me a comment. I love chatting with you down in the comment section, even if it's a heart, even if it's some praying hands for my mama. She is on the mend. Any well wishes are welcome. Have a fabulous day. I'll see you in the next one.